Assalamualaikum and very good morning to our panelists, principal, teachers and all students who are from SMK Bandar Baru Bangi, Selangor. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Fatih Saila binti Mifa, President of Belia Prihatin Malaysia Club. I will be your moderator for today's forum titled Cyberbullying Hiding Behind the Screen. All of you must be wondering who are those four beautiful women with me here. So they are panelists who are going to share their experience, thought and opinion about our title of forum today. So our first panelist, we have Miss Nur Atira binti Adnan. Second, we have Miss Nur Zafira binti Zulkifli. Third, we have Miss Wonder Elisha binti Saiful Azhar. Lastly, we have Miss Umi Nur Syahada binti Muhammad Zaid. Okay, cyberbullying is repeated behavior who are intimidating, scolding, angering, shaming others, and these activities are going through social media and any digital platform. And you need to know that these problems are still ongoing, especially in our country, Malaysia. Based on from my research from the sundaily.com, Malaysia ranks second in Asia for cyberbullying among youth. So this is not a good sign. We need to help them to make sure they are not harmed by this problem, because our youth is our leader for our country in the future. But we need to remember that our youth, they act according to their surrounding and also from social media that they use. So we need to help them now. So we will start our forum with my first question will be given to our first panelist, which is Miss Atira. So based on your opinion, what is the causes of this problem, Miss Atira? Before that, you may introduce yourself, where are you from and what your position?
Okay, thank you to our moderator, Fatin. Okay, my name is Nur Atira Adnan. I am a degree student from UKM. So today I will talk about the causes of cyberbullying. Okay, in my opinion, the causes of cyberbullying can be separated into two big factors, which is individual factors and environmental factors. Okay, for individual factors, I will elaborate about the unstable mental state. Okay, it is because the adolescents get traumatized based on their past experience, like if they get bullied by others. Okay, it will leave long-lasting emotional effect in their brain. Okay, as example, they will take revenge on people that bullied them back then, even in high school or even in social media. Okay, they want to show to others that they are capable of doing the same. They do not want to be counted as a weak person anymore. So they take revenge on others people too. So it lead them to do the bad things. Okay, based on the research on 2019, the example of mental problem is depression, stress mental disorder, and suicidal ideation. Okay, next, for the individual factors is lack of attention. Okay, the bully souls feel empty without attention from their parents or family. Okay, even if they show their good personality, others people do not see them. So they tend to become someone else, which is bad attitude, so that they think that other people will see them with the behavior. Okay, based on research done in 2015 by Thomas H.J. and his team, smartphone and other devices are the medium for the adolescents to use to do the cyberbullying. Okay, next we move to the other one big factor, which is environmental factors. Okay, the peers and social media influence is one of the environmental factors. Okay, our adolescents tends to follow what others do. Okay, especially if it's about something viral. Okay, for example, they easily body shaming others on social media by commenting on that person post without feeling guilty. or they don't think that is a problem to comment on others' posts. Okay, the adolescents also love to pick fight with their peers and friends just to show they are powerful, they are superior. Okay, based on research done by Garay Gordopil in 2015, by becoming bullies, they will feel more powerful and superior to show their angry feeling. Okay, next, for the environmental factors is the presence of parents as role model. Okay, parents play an important role in children's growth. So it is very important for parents to show their personality, their behavior towards their children. Okay, if the parents show the bad attitude, such as judging and criticize others for their mistake, for their appearance, for their action, the children tend to follow their parents' personality, even nurturing them to become just like the parents. So, based on research done in 2019 by Rao J and his team, parenting style is very important in contributing for cyberbullying factors. So I think that's it from me. I will get back to the moderator. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Miss Atira, for your opinion. I agree with that the causes why cyberbullying is still happening nowadays is because those two big reason, which is individual factors and also environmental factors. So that's why cyberbullying is still ongoing nowadays. Well, of course, we know that this problem may harm the other individual, uh, and it will this and they will disturb by this matter. So, question to Ms. Zafira: what will happen to the victim of cyberbullying?
Okay, Assalamualaikum and good morning to everyone. Okay, first of all, my name is Nur Zafira binti Zulkifli. I am the president of information clubs in University Kebangsaan Malaysia, which is UKM. So, before I answer the question raised by the moderator, I would like to give my own opinion about the cyberbullying. First of all, I hope this forum can spread more awareness for the student, such as by organizing a campaign and seminars. The student know how to prevent from being victim and know the negative impact from cyberbullying. So the second is cyberbullying can have several effects. It is essential for us to make a comfortable space for them. So, other than that, I hope the student after this forum, they know how to report the incident so that action can take for them after being bullied. So, by the question raised by the moderator, what will happen to the victim? For me, there are various impacts for the victims after being bullied. So the first one is emotional and psychology effect. As we know, some for victim they will have anxiety and stress. This will develop a trust issue and make a changes in behavior. So the second impact is physical effects. For some cases, the victim will have self-harming and insomnia. For example, research done by Emilia Batela in 2012, there was a 15 years old, uh, she was a girl killed herself in a room. This is because she uploaded a video in YouTube and being bullied on that platform. These cases really shows the real situation of for the student being bullied in another platform. So, uh, this really shows the physical effect will happen to the victim. So the third one is academic and social impact. As we know, education is the most important thing to the student. After being bullied, they will have a stress and they will have a bad report in their attendance and so on. So they will decrease their motivation to study. Research done by university, 85% for the first year students said that your academic performance and grades will decrease up by the being bullied. So this really shows that their academic performance are affected by the cyberbullying. So the fourth is a long-term consequences. As we know that being bullied will carry an emotional scars to their heart. So this will affect it to their career. So after that, they will avoid from being online platform. This will make affected to their career. To summarize all the affected and impacts, I hope the student know how to prevent it and know to take an action after being bullied. So after the know all the impacts, they know the negative way after being bullied. So that's all from me. I will give it to the moderator back. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you so much, Ms. Zafira, for your opinion. Okay, those various impact that been told before is really linked to each other, which is emotional, physical, their academic is really linked to each other, and it will bring to a long-term effect that will be happen to the future for those who are being a victim. So if we already know what will happen to the victim, what should do and what should not do by the victim, Miss Elisha? Please comment on this methods.
Okay, thank you, moderator, for the question. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Waner Elisha binti Wan Saiful Azhar, and I'm a counselor at the Telenita Helplines. Okay, based on my experience, almost all of the victims do not know what to do after being bullied. They will afraid, and when they are afraid, they keep the problems to themselves. Because of hiding the problems that they are faced, these people are more likely to get stressed, and this had led to a mental health issue. So, it is actually important to prioritize your safety and well-being. If you are having a challenging situation such as being bullied, you need to know what to do if you are one of the cyberbullying victim. So, firstly, you need to stay calm and seek for support. It is important to to reach out or to someone you trust, such as a friend, family, or a teacher. You need to speak up about what you are experiencing. Um, you need to speak up about what you feel. And other than that, you also need to document the evidence. This documentation can be helpful if you decide to report this to the authorities. Um, and next, what you need to do is preserve your privacy. Review your privacy settings on your social media platforms. You need to adjust the limit of the viewer who can see your content on social media. Prioritize yourself. Just block anyone who you think you have to. So, um, when someone being a cyberbullying victim, they are unable to think clearly. So they will only consider ways to get out from that issue until they do something that you actually should not do. So, if you are becoming a one of the victim, you also need to know what actions to avoid to maximize your ability to handle the situation effectively. Okay, firstly, don't blame yourself. Cyberbully is never your fault. The action and words of the bully are actually a reflection of their own self. Okay. Next, you need to make sure you don't engage with the bully. Just let them be, because if you are responding to them with anger or returning their insult, it can be a problem if you want to make a report. uh, the authorities can make that you actually do the same thing. You actually do the cyberbully if you are responding to their insult. Okay, next, don't ignore the problem. Ignoring cyberbully actually may allow it to persist or make it worsen. It is crucial to take this problem seriously and address it appropriately. Okay, you need to avoid by keeping this incident to yourself. keeping this situation by yourself, it actually can intensify feelings or distance and make it harder for you to find the solutions. I think that's all from me. Thank you, and I'll pass it to the moderator.
Thank you, Miss Elisha, for your opinion about this. So, those things that victim should do and should not do are really effective way to them to make sure that they will not take any ridiculous decision on handling their problem. So I like to highlight the word from the phrase from Miss Elisha just now, that she said that cyberbullying is not our fault, which is not the victim fault, because we are being harmed, we are being targeted by the cyberbullying. So we need to love ourselves. Okay, so Miss Shahada, apart from the victim, who else are responsible to handle this problem?
Thank you, moderator, Miss Fatin. My name is Uminu Shuhada binti Muhammad Zaid. I am professional mental health speaker from Malaysian Mental Health Association. Today, I would like to talk about ways that can be taken to overcome cyberbullying, especially among teenagers. There is no denying that this problem can be difficult to avoid, but the role from parents and school can help either the victims or a bully. We have to take a fast action as a school counselor for 16 years, Amy Riley, in Kentucky 219 says that cyberbullying has been a near daily concern among the students that she worked with in grades 3 to through 5. Therefore, cyberbullying will be overcome if all parties can work together, especially parents and schools. So the main role that need to responsible in this problem is how parents can help. Parents should be wise to look up the symptoms or the signs cyberbullying that their children is experiencing. Among the signs are nervous, sad, losing interest in activity that they enjoyed before, and many more. If your children is the victim of cyberbullying, the first action is to gather the evidence by taking the screenshot to post it of the post to send it to the authorities for the follow-up action. On the other hand, if parents discover that their children is the one doing the bullying, parents can approach this conversation calmly and open-minded to get why they engage in this bullying. As many cases, children may not realize that they are that the harm of their actions. Next, I want to emphasize how schools can handle. If this problem is disrupting a student's ability to learn, or they feel not comfortable being in school, so please, school need has the authority to intervene. As we know, for the school to take their role is this in this problem is limited. This is said because when something happen outside the school, they do not have much power to discipline the student. While at school staff should be trained to recognize the symptom, such as they are not likely to socializing, acting more reserved and withdrawn, and so on. School also can prepare for the need to appoint more counselors, mental health professional in the school. In addition, having a social and emotional learning co-curriculum, even if led by a regular teacher, is also a key to help the children to understand this issue. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Sorry for interrupt. I want to ask Miss Chu about this topic. Okay, how me myself can prevent myself from becoming a victim of cyberbullying? Thank you.
Thank you, panelist 3, Miss Atira, for the question. In my view, the first action to prevent ourselves from becoming a victim of bullying in social media is to keep personal information as personal. I mean, don't reveal too much identifying details such as your address, phone numbers, credit card numbers, schools, etc. and online. And one more thing, password exists for a reason. So sharing them with others is like passing out your key house to strangers. So if anyone decide you to know your password, it should be your parents only. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. The two parties that we mentioned earlier by Ms. Shahada, which is parents and school, individual who are the closest one with our student today. So I also agree with a short, simple, and definitely effective step to avoid on becoming a victim of cyberbullying. So I like the interaction from both of our panelists. Thank you so much for discussing about this topic. So let me conclude about this forum. There's a lot of reason why our teenagers nowadays choosing to become a cyberbully and bullying others. And this problem, of course, will affect physically and mentally to the victim. And however, there are still do's and do nots for victim other than making a ridiculous decision like commit suicide from handling this problem. And I also want to call for other parties to take action to handle these problems together with our parents and also school, as mentioned just now. And because we want to protect our teenagers who are becoming the leaders for our country in the future. So we need to help them to settle down these issues. So I think our forum has come to an end. That's all for today. Thank you so much to all panelists who are willing to share their thought, experience about this topic. Hopefully that we can meet in the other day. So thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you.